This season, it's all daddy.
What a confusing blend of flavors.
The Try Guys are back in the test kitchen for Without a Recipe, the series.
4 weeks, 4 episodes, 4 foods, no recipe.
Each week we're gonna be focusing on a different food. Cookies, bagels, ice cream, and birthday cakes.
I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make friends with the judges.
We have YouTube sweetheart Rosanna Pansino and world-renowned chef Roy Choi.
Stick around, because Without a Recipe is gonna be all month long, baby.
The Try Guys are back in the kitchen for Without a Recipe. To kick off this season, they're baking cookies.
Everyone out there, you've made a cookie.
It's impossible to up.
Oh my God!
Oh!
Each of the Try Guys will have 2 hours to bake a cookie of their choice and present it to our panel of judges.
I tell you what, I've never seen this ever.
Hi, I'm Rosanna Pansino, and I have the most popular baking show on YouTube, and I have been baking since I was 4 years old.
My name is Roy Choi. I have no baking experience, but I'm extremely judgmental.
Hi, my name is Reese. I'm the owner of Brady's Bakery. We're an online baking company. We specialize in cookies and bread pudding. As long as you have good quality ingredients, it's kind of hard to mess up a cookie.
Just you wait.
All right. Once you have a base cookie recipe, it's really easy to change up the extracts and the flavorings and the mix-ins. It's all about the ratios of sugar to fat to flour. If you're having some fun in the kitchen for the first time and you're making cookies and you've never made them before, again, it's all about trial and error. Just have a really good time in the kitchen and don't be afraid of making mistakes because they're gonna happen.
Without a Recipe is the format that I developed for the Try Guys exclusively to allow me to win more videos. I'm definitely taking home at least 2 of these episodes, I guarantee it. I'm calling I got cookies and I'm calling I got cake.
I think I got the basics down. I'm really focusing on the creativity. I'm really leading with the foot forward of what can I do to get alcohol in this item.
Look, we've done a lot of cooking videos. I've been on a hot streak lately, but that was with a recipe. This is Try Guys without a recipe. Pies and bread. And I got 3rd place both times. Total horse crap.
I don't bake. Last time we did this, I did not do so well. Time before that, I also did not do so well.
That is the worst food I've ever tried in my life.
I'm not good at this.
All right, bakers, 3, 2, 1, try to bake!
Go.
Bake! Today, I'm gonna be making cookies with peanut butter and chocolate. I will be adding some white miso to my peanut butter to give it a little umami flavor.
Today, I'm going to be making a garbage cookie.
No, what kind of cookie are you making?
That's what I'm calling it. Now, in the past, I've tried this technique. It didn't work out, but today, I'm feeling good. I'm gonna be taking all of the things that I love and loading it up into one monster cookie.
I'm gonna make something with alcohol and I'm going to try my darndest to put things that have no business being in a cookie into a cookie. And I'm gonna try to find a way to put gochujang and miso into a cookie. Let's hear this again. Korean fermented bean paste. I can say with confidence as a Korean, it does not appear in desserts. It's the sauce you put in bibimbap. I bought this at the Korean market and I have it in my refrigerator.
And I will be making my father's favorite cookie. My dad loves oatmeal raisin cookies. I'm going for that dad flavor this season. Cinnamon raisin, everything. My dad has eaten Raisin Bran every day for his life since I've been born.
Shout out to Don Habersberger! What up, Don?
To start, each Try Guy will have 40 minutes to prepare the cookie dough.
So for our base cookie recipe, I came up with a little acronym, FEBS. Flour, eggs, butter, baking soda or baking powder, and sugar.
I know that cookie dough has butter because it makes me poop. I know it has egg because you're not supposed to eat raw cookie dough, but I do it anyway. And I know it's got sugar because it's oh so yummy.
As people in my family would say, get out of my room.
So your first step is we'll cream together your cold butter, brown sugar, and granulated sugar together. I like to use cold butter because it really helps with the texture and the density of the cookie at the end.
I grabbed some almond flour because I like nuts.
I know that they do butter and sugar together. That's where recipes start. That's what I'm gonna do too.
That's where recipes end.
2 cups of fine pastry flour.
I'm gonna make 2 different batters and then try something weird. I don't know how much is supposed to go in anything, so I'm just putting in a bunch.
I'm gonna put salted butter in my cookies because I like a good presence of salt.
To me, it's don't be afraid of salt. You definitely don't want to oversalt your cookie, but I think salt kind of cuts the sweetness and really adds that salty sweet bite.
People don't realize you gotta have salt in everything. In fact, I don't think there's such a thing as too much salt.
All right, I've cut my butter, gonna put it in the freezer, cause it's just something I see my father-in-law do when he bakes pies. Something about not letting your butter get too melted is like a thing. I don't know what I'm doing, Eugene.
The next step you're gonna do is you're gonna add in your eggs and your vanilla. Make sure to mix well until incorporated, but do not overmix because you avoid melting the butter and overspreading at the end.
Okay, so I'm gonna use 2 eggs.
Okay, how many eggs? 2 eggs? 2 eggs feels good.
I put some water and the eggs and the butter together. I realize that's not right, but
Wet ingredients first, and then your dry ingredients.
it's gonna all be together at the end of the day, so.
Everything I know about baking, I know from what I've fucked up horribly in previous episodes. So I know that you're supposed to do your wet and your dry separately. My eggs are not going in until we're really ready.
Oh, and vanilla, obviously.
Will pumpkin flavored cream liqueur go better with miso or gochujang? One goes in Bailey's, the other will get Kahlua.
Whoa, it smells like oatmeal. Delicious oatmeal.
And oil, I feel like cookies have more oil than other things.
The next thing you want to do is add in your mix-ins. In this case, it was chocolate chips, so add in your chocolate chips and just mix until incorporated. We put this into the wet batter, that way you don't run the risk of having chocolate chips be uneven in certain cookies.
Now, I have so many raisins to choose from today.
Golden
big
raisin.
golden, little golden,
and
big
big
normal. My dad loves Raisin Bran. And the #1 signature thing about Raisin Bran is it has how many? 2 scoops of raisins.
All right, time for the miso. Miso excited to see how this turns out.
Oh, can I use your cinnamon?
Yeah, it's our cinnamon.
Thanks.
Can I say, I think oatmeal raisin gets a really bad rap.
Same! F***ing same. But if you go in knowing what it is, you get a good oatmeal chocolate chip with a nice flaky sea salt on top. Oh, you got daddy's favorite right there.
You call him daddy?
No, but growing up, like everything that was my dad's was called daddy this. The milk that he drank vitamin D milk, that was daddy milk. He had this coffee cake, that was daddy cake.
Oh.
This is Korean gochujang, which is very spicy, fermented pulverized bean.
Oh, that's really spicy. Oh, I made a mistake. I made a mistake.
There it goes. I've never seen gochujang in dessert, so.
You know, I have actually heard about white miso being combined with peanut butter before.
We got coconut flakes, we got almonds, we're going nuts. Instead of chocolate chips, I'm going to do M&Ms. Let's get some bittersweet chocolate too, sure, why not?
This feels really nice, smells like oatmeal. Whoa, so sweet.
And pecans in mine.
Yeah, we'll add some peanut butter and chocolate chips, that'll be great.
20 minutes in, the guys seem to have hit a wall.
I'm putting some salt in because it was so sweet. It's boring.
Your food?
Yeah.
What? Chunky peanut butter? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Now don't get me wrong, I love chunky peanut butter. On a sandwich, all day, every day. But on a cookie,
Isn't flavor.
it's so chunky.
Put a little allspice in there to try to make it a little more interesting.
Raisins.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
Full-on cup of peanut butter. If you're gonna put peanut in the name, gotta have peanuts as your game.
I cannot with confidence say that this tastes good. And as you can see from the color, that is spicy red bean paste.
It tastes good, but it's still just like not challenging enough. My daddy likes more salt than this, but I think I'm gonna put flake salt on the top of the finished cookie.
This might be totally inedible, but I'm just going for it.
So next, the final step of the mixing process is the dry ingredients. Your flour, your leavening agents, we do equal parts baking soda and baking powder, and your salt. In this case, we also incorporated our cinnamon and cornstarch. And then I put all of my dry ingredients into the wet all at once because you don't want to overwork the flour.
I need baking powder or soda.
What's the difference?
Never know.
The more the merrier. They're probably not that different.
Let's go with half a teaspoon.
Look how good mine looks.
All right, I'm mixing peanut butter into my egg mixture. I'm about ready to get my butter out of the freezer.
That looks like something.
Set it, flip it, switch it. It's getting slower and thicker. That's a good sign.
Does egg make it stronger? Nothing wrong with eggs.
A half a cup of chocolate chips. Tastes pretty good.
Oh, dear Lord. Forgive me, for I am sinning.
I feel like I've done something wrong because these are both so goopy, but I gotta get this goop into that goop.
What is this? What is this red stuff on my thumb?
Keith is about to consume Eugene's leftover gochujang in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, it's so spicy!
What?
Oh, what is it? What is spicy?
What?
What is spicy on this table?
Eugene put pepper in his
What?
cookies?
My hand's covered in pepper! Eugene, what are you doing with pepper in the cooking episode?
I'm gonna put some almond extract.
Uh-oh, looks like Zach is also going to make a mistake.
Oh my God!
No, it's not good.
Oh my God! It's like
do that?
spicy alcohol!
Yeah, it's alcohol.
Oh my God!
Why'd you do that?
I wanted to know what it tasted like before I put it in my cookies!
With 10 minutes left to go, things are not looking so good for some of the guys.
10 minutes. Okay.
Oh, now I'm getting grossed out by what I'm making.
I think I need more ingredients for this to be considered a monster.
To add a little more miso. I don't really taste any miso right now.
Going in the fridge.
Ah, shit. All right, I'm gonna also chill mine.
We are waiting for our cookies to chill. We are waiting for our cookies to chill. So we can put them onto the platter and into the oven. And it shouldn't matter which one of us wins, but we'll figure it out. But we don't know what we're doing. Bring it down, Zach.
Oh, we're making some cookies. Everybody likes some cookies. They got butter and sugar. Everybody gonna eat it, yeah. Cookies.
Well, they should be about chill.
So now that we have our fully mixed batter, it's time to portion out the dough into individual cookies. Be mindful about spreading your cookies far enough apart. I like to allow 2 inches on each side. You don't want the cookies to spread out and run into each other, otherwise you'll wind up with a cookie cake.
I'll use the parchment paper.
The best cookie sheets are lined with butter.
So I'm just gonna use a normal spoon. Okay, let's do one platter at a time.
What a confusing blend of flavors.
It's very wet. Cookie dough's not wet. I'm just gonna lean into the idea that they look like monsters. You know, let them be globs. Let globs be globs. Let monsters be monsters.
I'm toying with the idea of the classic peanut butter crisp shaping with the fork stuff on the side.
I'm putting little pretzels on top of mine for hashtag aesthetics.
I can guarantee you that no one in the history of the universe has ever made this dough. Maybe Mike, you know, 1/2 is miso, 1/2 is gochujang, so it like kind of represents the fraught historical relationship between Korea and Japan.
2 minutes left.
2 minutes.
All right, we got this. Come on.
Got this all.
Come on,
Right.
Rocky,
You got
give
this
it all you
all
got.
right.
I feel like I needed to chill these more. Cookies are not supposed to be so wet.
I'm trying to make the teguk,
Oh, wow.
right? Other people might know it as the yin yang symbol.
Okay, oh my God, my hands are so sticky, but
Those
I
are
don't have
definitely bigger than these.
time to wash them.
You have 30 seconds.
10 seconds, oh my God.
Wow, this is like real cooking show drama. Like timers counting down. Every time you watch those shows, you think that it's imaginary, but this is real. Like we have like 30 seconds, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to plate this. This is exciting.
5, 4,
Pretzels.
3, 2, 1. Hands up, bakers. Hands up.
Yeah.
The cookies have chilled for an hour. Now it's time to put them in the oven.
Let's start the timer, please. Remember from childhood that cookies, they cook fast.
Frozen cookies that I bake in my house cook about 9 to 10 minutes. And since these are just refrigerated, I think it's gonna be more 7 or 8 minutes.
Dude, I'm down.
My guess is 12 minutes.
12 minutes, really? That fast?
I think they cook pretty fast.
Smaller.
Maybe 25 minutes, I don't know.
I prefer a gooier cookie, so if I pull it out earlier than later, I'll probably be more okay with that than it being really f***ing crispy. I smell Korean food.
So far, I think I'm doing a thing.
They look like cookies.
They look like cookies.
We put our cookies in at 375 for 14 minutes. We're looking for a rise until it's a nice dome shape, a little bit of spreading, and then a nice golden sun-kissed brown, and a little cracking on the edges.
Oh, look at them.
Well,
Look at
something's
that.
immediately happening, and that something is not promising.
Huh, what is that?
I will say, I forgot to put any baking powder, baking soda. I don't know if that's a thing. I meant to, I didn't.
Well, I did, but I only put a little bit of one.
Oh, God, dude,
Look
they're
at that.
really melting.
I've never seen
They're
that.
really melting.
I've really never seen that.
What is happening?
If your cookies are spreading way too much and it just looks like it's turning into like a pudding, at that point you probably know you have way too much butter or just not enough flour.
Oh my God, my cookies are definitely melting.
Did you put too much butter in?
They look like pancakes. I think I put too much butter in. This is awful. I'm losing my riches.
It's like they're peeing.
It's been 1 minute and they are Is that the caramel? That can't.
Super weird.
Ooh, gonna take all that confidence from about 40 seconds ago and throw it out the window. We're
I tell you what, I've never seen this ever.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dad. I thought yours were gonna be perfect.
They've met and now they're married and they're one cookie.
It's like it's crying glass.
What is happening?
It's like a sheet.
Looks like I'm making meth in Breaking Bad. I'm leaving. I'm gonna walk away. There's nothing I can do standing here.
Look at them, it's getting even worse. No, they're gonna be squares by the end of this.
Do a cupcake tray. Ceramic cup. Do we have anything that can help me?
I'm making an emergency batch. I still have batter left over.
Ned.
What? We cleared that? I had leftover dough. I can make a second batch. Where is it? Who threw out my leftovers? Where is it? Where is it? No, this could have been it. Why? Oh, my hands are covered in garbage.
What's crazy is that they're but they're still just pure liquid. There's so much just butter everywhere. Okay, we're just gonna give it a little dab. Soak up the excess butter. Oh boy.
They look nicer than I thought they would, but I think they're a little too fluffy.
How do your fucking giant ass spicy douchebag cookies look so good?
You know, Zach, you did set out to make garbage cookies. I think you've done it.
I'd venture to say that's a golden brown and a toasted marshmallow. Like, it looks more appetizing. You would never know there's Korean fermented bean paste inside of that.
I got my cookies.
You got 'em?
Yeah. They look and smell good.
You know what? I think Daddy will be proud.
You know Daddy's gonna like it. Loves when he creams his cookies. We won't use that joke.
Okay, I need to prep a baking wrap and a knife and a whole bunch of fucking courage. Let's do this! Let's go, 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 go! They look amazing. They're way too big.
Hot tray, hot Ned tray.
Hot cookies coming through. Let's dance. There we go. Hot cookies. Okay, they don't look that as bad as they should.
Remember, you just need a dozen to present.
Just need a dozen.
Hey, Dad, how's it going?
Not now!
Okay.
All right.
12! Yes! Let's go! Let's go, cookies! Woo! Oh, God.
And now it's time to cut to some cute old little baby cows.
Today we're gonna be judging you on 4 things: presentation, taste, creativity, and is it a cookie?
For me, I like a really thick cakey cookie, gooey center, firm exterior, and lots of flavor.
My favorite cookie is a chocolate chip cookie. I just want these cookies to taste good and not be burnt.
Perfect chocolate chip cookie is still the quintessential cookie.
Judges, I present to you a return to childhood, a cookie that uses all the things that I loved as a kid. M&Ms, pretzels, caramel, and more. I hope you go gaga for my little monster cookies.
I really like the presentation, very fun.
Oh, he's eating it. He's eating it.
Creativity-wise, I mean, I like the fact that you put in some really cool ingredients in there.
This could have been a hot mess, but it actually is pretty.
I definitely like the M&Ms and the chocolate. I don't taste enough salt.
I like that depending on where I bite, it tastes different. It's a surprise every time. I like the middle, the outsides are burnt though.
Did you use any sort of leavening, baking soda, baking powder in this?
Sure.
Cool.
This is a lot of butter. I mean, it's just it's so soft. This is without breaking. It can bend.
Does it not look like the most delicious little yarmulke you've ever seen?
It looks like a state.
It kind of looks like Australia, actually.
Yeah, or Australia.
It's like if a cookie and a pancake had a baby,
yeah.
which is actually
We're making babies here.
creative.
Thank
I
you.
mean, that is creative.
No, I'd buy this at a bake sale. Bake sale cookies are usually bad. So,
But did you say bake sale cookies are
I
the
would
worst?
you wrap these individually?
Tastes good.
Do most of your experiments come out this edible?
No.
No.
Definitely not mine. I feel like a winner already.
I'm just not sure too much for me if it's a cookie.
So you don't think it's a cookie, but to me it's a cookie because I don't know what else it is.
Judges,
Oh boy.
these cookies honor my father, Donald Habersberger, who loves oatmeal raisin cookies. These are oatmeal raisin cinnamon cookies, also known as Daddy's favorite.
First of all, right away, the presentation is beautiful, and I love the sprinkle of salt.
I can smell a
They
lot
smell
of
delicious.
cinnamon.
They smell delicious.
Am I supposed to like it?
It's, oh,
What do you not like?
It's a little deceptive.
I like all the flavors, but it's very dry. Maybe too much cinnamon. Cinnamon sucks all the moisture out of something.
Well, it's like the only flavor I taste is cinnamon, which is deceptive because you think it's gonna be like this super chewy, soft, delightful cookie, and it just kind of crumbles in your mouth.
These were baked, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Because they feel like you took oatmeal, like soft oatmeal, and then formed them and then sun-dried them. All of this is coming from a good place. It really is. It really is.
I like the presentation and I like the ratio of raisins. It's just the taste is the one, that's the one pillar I'm a little struggling with.
People don't eat cookies for the taste. They eat it for the number of raisins or the look. Fathers often have a very dry sense of humor, and I tried to capture that in my cookie.
As Daddy's favorite.
It's a metaphor.
Yes. Daddy's
Yes,
favorite.
okay. I think the title is creative. I do like the Daddy's favorite.
Thank you.
But you know, it's a standard oatmeal raisin cookie with a little bit of sea salt on top. So I think it's pretty down the middle.
Oh, and is it a cookie?
I think it's a cookie, it's just
Well,
a deceptive cookie.
I would consider this to be more of a cookie than the last one we saw. Because the look and the
Yeah.
texture, it just lacks
Eating.
If you like put like a bunch of salt cubes in your mouth.
Go to f***ing hell, Ned. Not that dry. You! How dare you f***ing pile on in my moment of weakness? But what if I marketed it as a health bar?
That would work.
That would be better.
totally buy
That would be more on track.
Absolutely.
Because they're like, wow, this
Yeah.
is pretty good for something healthy. Does it speak dad to you?
No, I would never feed my kid this.
But would your kids feed you this?
No.
Judges, I present to you my peanut butter chocolate crisps. As a kid, my favorite cookies to bake were peanut butter cookies.
Well, off the bat, it looks straight up like a cookie. For sure on the crispier side, I love the sprinkle of salt on top.
Very thin. I mean, this is a very
doesn't budge though.
skinty cookie. Look at how thin we are here. I mean, this is like paper thin.
Looks like you baked before in your life.
Yes,
Yeah, it's really good.
Chewy in the middle, crispy on the outside. There's a little bit more crisp than I would like. It's got some burning.
Yeah.
It's so close. It's just the burning.
I think it's a great cookie. I'd pay $4 for this. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't have any criticisms, man. I think it's a great cookie.
Wow.
I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
I really want to taste the chocolate chip, and it's just kind of few and far between. Peanut butter is a pretty strong flavor, so you can pretty much put it in any kind of cookie.
I don't know if I've ever had a peanut butter chocolate chip cookie before in my life. Do they exist out there?
Yeah, I have one on my menu.
Oh, you do? Okay. I told you I'm not a cook. I have no qualifications for cookies. So for me, this is actually a big day because it's the first time I've ever had a peanut butter chocolate chip cookie.
You never forget your first.
Never forget my first.
Is this a creative cookie?
I've given nothing but compliments, but I don't think it's that creative.
Peanut butter and chocolate chip, to me, it's pretty standard.
Judges, is it a cookie?
Definitely a cookie.
Yes,
Yes, it's a cookie.
it's a cookie.
Good job.
Yeah, nice work, guys. Nice. Bravo.
Judges,
Whoa.
I proudly present to you
Oh my God.
my yin yangs. I was inspired by creating two different batters, putting them together as opposing forces with some unconventional flavors.
I love this idea. I love this presentation. You know I'm a Gemini. There's the sweet side and then there's the feisty side.
Ooh, that's a good description of what this is.
Presentation is beautiful, like it really does. I mean, we were all like, that's like an Instagrammable, like freaking shot right there.
This is huge. This is the size of a bagel.
It's a strange cookie. I'm not saying it's bad or good. I'm just saying it's strange.
Whoa. Oh my God, that's so, why is it so spicy? Oh my God, this is.
So judges, on the lighter side, you have vanilla pecan Baileys that has a pumpkin spike to it, a lot of miso. And then on the darker side, you have chocolate cacao, Kahlua, and gochujang.
Spicy chili.
I feel like we're judging two cookies here though. I feel like we got the pecan vanilla one, which actually I like.
It's very good.
And then you got the darker one with the spice in it. Still delicious. It's just, again, like it's super cakey to me.
It's strange. Presentation-wise, it's extremely unique. Tastes pumpkin-y, but this tastes bagel-y. And it tastes like a pumpkin bagel. Pumpkin bagel.
I just got the spicy side.
Yeah. With gochujang, it's really important to add a lot of aromatics to balance out the paste itself. So ginger, garlic, green onions.
Cookie batter.
Cookie batter, yeah.
Very edgy because this is pushing the boundaries of what is a cookie. Creativity.
Making two cookies into one cookie. Is it a cookie? So
I thought the presentation was beautiful. It's just not, to me, it is very borderline cookie cake.
I almost put gochujang in as an experiment with the expectation that it might totally fail. But it's not as strong. It actually baked out more than I thought it would, but the heat is still there, which I quite like that.
Well, thanks for all your cookies, you guys. We're going to deliberate now and figure out who's the winner. All right.
Thank you.
Now it's time to talk about the guys and how they did. Zach's Frankenstein cookie, the thing that I didn't like was also the same thing I loved. I loved how every bite tasted different. I like to be surprised, but I bit into a few bites that were terrible. I didn't like the cranberry.
I didn't get any cranberry, but I just think the presentation, it just doesn't look like anything. It looks a little sloppy to me.
But this looks like one of the first cookies I made when I was 5 years old. This looks like...
It looks like a kid's cookie.
It's perfect for a bake sale. This one, for sure, what stands out for me is the butter content. I mean, that really brings out a lot of flavor for it. That nice little hint of peanut butter really complements the chocolate.
It just stayed in the oven a bit too long. And then let's talk about this oatmeal.
Granola bar, hiking buddy. It just crumbled though. It had nothing holding it together.
The first ever sun-dried cookie.
They're yin yang cookies. Very creative.
Very
I
creative.
love
Super
the presentation.
creative. I think the most creative out of all of them. I like the pecan and the vanilla side the most.
I mean, because Eugene did extra credit. He made 2 cookies. And I will say this half was really balanced. I really enjoyed it, even though it pushed the boundaries of what is a cookie.
Based on the cookie criteria, this is a pancake, that's a granola bar, that's a bagel.
Okay, but have we made our decision?
I think we do know number one.
So there is a little suspense because there almost isn't a number 3. There's a 4A and a 4B.
we wanted there to be like
We wanted there to be a
for
3.
last place.
You guys could also say that they tied for 3rd place.
There are no losers. There are 2 third places.
So we're gonna start with 4th place, but just know in your heart you're also 3rd.
Yeah, you're also third.
With the other 3rd. Oh my gosh, I'm getting nervous.
This is 4B, 3B.
Are you kidding me?
You loved it! I'm so sorry.
What are you talking about? You all ate it! It was your favorite cookie! You had a blast! You had the cookie, you put it in your mouth! You ate it so much! You said you loved the flavors! You put it in a bake sale!
Stop yelling at Roy Troy!
You ate it! You love the cookie! You love the cookie!
Majorly a texture thing, that it's more of a pancake. And the cranberry, and it was a little uncooked.
Oh, there are 3 f***ing cranberries in the whole dozen. I feel f***ing hoodwinked so hard right
I
now.
love some bites.
It's a bit like an audition room, I guess, when they say you did great.
Wow. Whoa, Roy.
Thank you, judges.
Very welcome. Now moving on to 3rd place, which we decided was the oatmeal cookie. Now, this was because the texture again is confusing and it borderlined being a granola bar, wasn't sweet enough and very dry and a lot of cinnamon. So splitting the hairs, we decided that this one is a hair more of a cookie.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I am so happy to hear that I totally crushed Zach in this. Bottom 2 is not bottom 1, so I will take 3rd place. I'm thrilled. I just cannot handle the thought of ever getting 4th place in one of these competitions.
Now for the winner, this was actually a unanimous decision by all of us. The top 2 cookies were excellent. This cookie, the chocolate chip peanut butter cookie, was incredible, excellent butter content. The flavors of the peanut butter and the chocolate were absolutely superb. This one, creativity through the roof. The 2 flavors of cookies were fantastic. We loved both cookies, but for us, it was very unanimous that the winner of this challenge is the chocolate chip peanut butter. Yes!
Oh my gosh! Wow! I'm not 3rd place, I'm 1st place!
Wow, what a ride.
Congratulations,
Thank you,
man.
thank you so much. Wow.
Thanks, judges, today for eating our cookies, for giving us your wonderful thoughts. This was just the first episode. We got a whole season coming at you. We got bagels, we got ice cream, and we got cakes.
And you bet your buns you'll see a little bit more of Daddy's favorite.
Make sure to subscribe to The Try Guys Without a Recipe.
Without a recipe.
Next week on Without a Recipe.
Oh shit, that looks like a bagel, y'all!
It's the Jewish national food. It's our thing, man.
Am I gonna get salmonella?
I don't care about most things, but today, this matters to me.